Hey, it's Ducky, and today we are doing the February video flip through vlog, whatever you want to call it, of my daily doodle diary. As you will see, I didn't do every page on the right day because that's just not how it's gonna work. I'm disabled and life is unpredictable, but every page is now done and I can't wait to show you what I've done. Okay, so today is February the 3rd and I wanted to start this video on the 1st, but I just wasn't doing well, so I didn't. I don't even think I did my drawing for the 1st on the 1st. I think I did it yesterday, so oh well. Today I had a F&D crafts session thing. It's basically just a group of F&D people that meet up once a month and do some craft and talk. It's run by a local charity. It's just a great way for people with F&D to get out of the house in a way that's not so overwhelming, so that's really nice. There wasn't any specific crafts today, so I just brought my Who markers and did some drawing, and that's going to be what I put in my daily doodle diary. And I finished a drawing with a cat with a fish, and I've started a fish drawing, and I'm going to finish that with you on camera. As I said, I started this drawing off camera at a social group thing, but I absolutely love this little cat with a fish. They look so angry, and I'm loving my Who markers. I know I'm a broken record about my Who markers, but they're so good. I love this fish I drew as well. It's so easy to build up the layers like on this fish. It just gives such a dimensional look. I think you can probably tell I'm starting to make my art that could possibly become products like stickers, and I'm just building up a little portfolio of art that I actually like and slowly working on making products. It's just the whole investment of money and legal sides of setting up a business which are really stressing me out. I love this little skeleton fish and I think it really suits me and where I want to go with the style of my art. Okay, today is Tuesday the 11th of February and I have not done my diary since the 7th of February, and this is exactly why I have said I need to give myself grace with this challenge and that I'm not expecting myself to be able to do it every day. I have been incredibly ill. So last Monday I had a seizure, and it was only 2 weeks after my last seizure. I normally go around 2 months between my seizures, so I thought that was a bit weird, but I just kind of put it down to the fact that earlier in that day I had mentioned to someone that I go about 2 months between my seizures, so I thought I just kind of jinxed it, you know. And that entire week I just felt awful. I felt really ill, I felt really weak, I felt really dizzy, I had a constant headache, which, you know, none of that's completely out of the ordinary for me. I have time, you know, I just thought I was in a flare-up. And then Friday I was on my way to my partner's house and I started passing out on the bus. I kind of managed to huddle myself into a corner so that people couldn't see that I was passing out, waking up, passing out. And then I had contacted my partner when I started feeling ill, just before I got on the bus, to let them know and tell them that I needed them to meet me at the bus stop. By the time I got to the bus stop, I could barely walk. Luckily I had my rollator, and I managed to push myself a couple steps to get off the bus, and pretty much the minute my feet hit the ground, the pavement, I fully collapsed on the floor, passed out. I woke up again and my partner got me sat on my rollator, and then and he was trying to push me to the car, and I just kept passing out. I had a seizure whilst he was trying to get me to the car, and that's just how that day continued. I kept passing out. That was a new symptom for me, but I just kind of assumed it was my FND. And then the next day I was passing out again. My partner called 111, and because I was passed out and unconscious when he called, an ambulance got to me within like 25 minutes, which made me, once I was with it, made me a bit anxious, because if you know anything about wait times for ambulances at the moment in the UK, you're normally waiting hours and hours. I had another seizure while the paramedics were there, and I kept passing out. So my doctor had told me to watch out for serotonin syndrome, and my partner had realised I was having all the symptoms of serotonin syndrome, so that's why he called 111. When I got to A&E, they tested me for serotonin syndrome, and it was negative, so it wasn't serotonin syndrome, which is good because that can be fatal. But they said it's probably my amitriptyline. It's probably a side effect of my amitriptyline, because I started that 4 weeks ago, which is kind of devastating because it had been really helping with my sleep and my chronic pain. And so I got taken off it. Sunday I had another seizure and I was fainting again. Monday I was feeling awful, but I didn't have any. Today I haven't had any episodes, so it's looking like it is the amitriptyline. So I'm gonna have to look and find another one, but that's basically, long story short, why I haven't done my daily doodle diary, which I think is acceptable. So I actually did this drawing of a clown without a reference, as I'm starting to feel more confident and I want to practice skill of not having to use a reference for absolutely everything. And this is probably the first time I've ever drawn a person without a reference and it actually looked good. I do think this definitely ended up looking like one of my friends without me aiming for that. This paper I'm using is super smooth and it means the markers kind of glide on top and don't dry as quickly. And the pigment is also very easy to disturb even when it is dry when you go over it with another layer, which can create a really cool effect, and I do enjoy playing around with it, but it also leads to lots of smudging when you don't want it to. I then started on these gummy or balloon animals, and I love how they turned out, and again I did these without reference, so very happy with how these turned out. I think the effect turned out really well and actually came out how I wanted it to. I was aiming for gummy, but while I was doing them I thought they also looked like a bit like balloons, and every time I've shown them to someone they've gone, oh, I love those balloon animals, so I definitely think they probably look more balloon-like than gummy-like, but I'm not too bothered about that. I more just wanted that translucent kind of effect, and I think I got that.
So you've probably noticed from the last clip that I've only done 2 days on my daily doodle diary, and I am in fact not up to date. I got distracted. I started working on a project that I don't think I can really talk about. Because it's for my partner. I mean, my partner's asked me to help him with it. And I feel like it's going to be a long time in the making, but it's really exciting. And I got distracted. I'm just going to have to pick it up in the morning. I'll pick it up in the morning and I'll do it in the morning. Yes. Okay, it's the next day. Let's get into it.
So we ended up having a Chinese takeaway on the 10th, so I decided to draw all the components of the takeaway for that day, and then I also just decided to draw some art supplies in the same kind of style for the next day. I love how they came out, and the stationery is definitely inspired by Bailey J's current shop ones, as I was watching their studio vlog whilst doing this art. I'm really enjoying transitions for putting my art in my sketchbook at the moment, as you can probably tell. Although I'm not sure if I've got any videos out with that transition yet, but there's going to be a lot coming.
Okay, so yesterday was Valentine's Day and we went to the cinema and watched the new Captain America film, so I'm going to put that in my daily doodle diary, and let's do that now.
So I really struggled with this one. I had so many iterations of this sketch done before I decided on the final piece. It was very much one of those drawing, rubbing out, drawing, rubbing out, drawing, rubbing out. I'm pretty sure I screwed a page up and threw it across the room at one point, much to my partner's dismay, seeing as he was working in the same room. I wanted to add the Red Hulk in the background, but I was just finding it really stressful, so I gave up on that idea. Also, trying to do art of a specific part of a film the day after the film is in the cinema is pretty much impossible, because at that point there aren't really many reference photos, and I could not find a reference of Captain America's wings like I wanted. I wanted it where it's like partially wrapped around him, like in the film when he's like standing there. No, could not find that at all. So I kind of just ended up adding them in the last minute, and I'm not sure how good they look, but I felt like the piece needed something more. And the skin tone, that was always going to be a struggle. I knew it was going to be a struggle going into it, but I really want to learn how to do more skin tones. But I think I actually ended up doing quite a good job of this one in the end. I mean, you'll have to let me know if you think I did a good job, but I think it's pretty close. It might be a bit too dark in areas and a bit too light in other areas, but I'm working on it. And also, there isn't really that much skin tone showing because he's got his goggles on and he's got a full suit on, so I didn't have as much chance to play about with it as I thought I would and learn.
It's the last day in February, and February has been a month, to say the least. I was hospitalized and had to come off a medication that was really helping me. I went to a gig and caused a small flare-up, and then as soon as I was starting to come out of that flare-up, I got a really bad cold. You can probably tell from my voice I'm not quite over it yet, but needless to say, I am behind. I think I have 3 days left to do. Yeah, I'm currently on the 26th, so I've got 3 days to do, so I need to get those done. I'm thinking for those 2 days I might just do some quick Pokemon studies. Possibly, maybe, not sure. But for the today's day, I'm going to try and find one of those OC generators and have a go at doing one of those because I've never done one of those before. So let's get into it. Okay, but first we need to do our social media tracking. So for YouTube, I'm on 137, so I have gained in a month 32 subscribers, which is really cool. It's awesome to see. And on Instagram, I have actually started going back up, and I'm now on a 414. I have a feeling that's probably to do with the fact that I am actually posting, because I always forget that Instagram exists, and I'm actually also engaging with other people and trying to make connections with other people. So that's really good to see, because last month I did go down in Instagram followers. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly do some Pokemon studies because I enjoy drawing Pokemon. So I've just got this random generator and I'm just gonna generate some random Pokemon to draw. So I have never seen this one in my life, but I will write them down. That's really cute. I like that one. I'm not sure how many I can fit, but I can probably fit at least 3 per page. Oh, I like that one as well. Oh, that one's cute. I have heard of that one. The first one I've heard of. I'm not the best at knowing Pokemon. And I know this one too. Awesome. One more to generate. I feel like I've heard of that one as well. Okay, that's not bad. 3 out of 6 that I've heard of. Seeing as I do mainly only know the first... Is it the first 52? The first generation. Okay, let's get to drawing these.
So I really enjoyed doing these Pokemon studies. They took so much longer than expected because I was just going to do the outlines, but I felt like they looked awful. So I ended up shading them in with some black and grey pencils, which took forever and my hand was killing, but they look so cute. I am now obsessed with these grayscale Pokemon studies, and I think I will probably do more in the future. Okay, so I found an OC generator, and we're gonna go through this quickly together, and that will be my drawing for today. There isn't a creator on here, so I can't say who made this, but let's write this out. So male if you have tied up hair, female if you have short hair, other you pick if you have other. I don't know if my hair's long or not. I mean, I wouldn't say my hair's long, but other people probably would. We'll go female because that's what I'm good at drawing. Okay, and then I am 5'3", so demon. Eyes. Okay, no, I am currently not wearing any socks or shoes, so natural colour. Hair. My shirt colour, so my top is black, so short hair. So I goth. Love it. Or medium. I'd say my hair's probably medium, so cottage core. I have tattoos, so yep, piercings. I have earrings, so tattoos, awesome. Don't have a band-aid. I have a nose ring, so glasses. Wearing rings, I have one ring on, so freckles. Nails painted? No, my nails are never painted. I have freckles. I don't think I have very many freckles. I wouldn't say I have freckles. At least not at the moment. Maybe in summer. In pyjamas, add band-aid. Yep, I am in my pyjamas right now, so a band-aid. Right, I'm gonna have to design this and then I will be back with you. Okay, here's my sketch. I'm really happy with this. So, she's female, she's a demon because she's got horns and she's gonna have a reddish skin tone. Eyes, natural colour, I haven't done that yet. Hair is short, cottagecore outfit, piercings, tattoos, glasses, freckles, and a band-aid. So now I'm gonna get to inking and then, well, line art, and then I will do the colouring in. Mixed feelings. I love this little drawing I've done, but I forgot to do the freckles, so I did them and then continued rubbing out and smudged it everywhere. So I'm hoping I can kind of cover that up a bit. But now we're on to the colouring in. And she's done. I love her so much. She's so cute.
So that's it. The entirety of February is done. It has been an interesting month. It has been a difficult month, but I am so happy with the art I am making at the moment. I have really got to a place where I'm actually happy with my art a lot of the time, which as an artist, if you're an artist, you'll know that is not an easy feat. For most of my adult times whilst drawing, I've been remembering a romanticized version of how good I was at art when I was younger, and always going, oh, I used to be able to do so much better. And when I first got back into art after school took it out of me and I didn't do it for ages, yeah, the art I did when I was younger was better. But for the last couple of years, my art has been better than what I could do when I was younger. But I had this romanticized kind of view of what I could do when I was younger. But now when I look at my art, I don't think that. And I know I have improved. And, you know, I don't work. I'm unemployed. I'm disabled. I spend a lot of time in bed drawing. So, of course I'm going to get better. And I'm just really proud of a lot of the artwork I've been making. If I look at my art I've done this month, like pretty much every page is something I'm proud of. I mean, there's a couple pages where it was just really quick doodles, which, you know, and just sketches, which, you know, aren't finished pieces and they're not going to be as good, but even my sketches I think are better. I mean, some of these sketches I've been doing without any references and they're still coming up looking amazing. So, or not amazing, you know, but better than anything I could have done even 6 months ago, even 3 months ago. And I must say, alcohol markers are my favourite medium by far. Now that I've really got into the groove of things, I know how to use them, I know how to layer them. I feel like I'm constantly just making better and better art with these. And I am filming this intro a couple of days into March, and I have just done some of my most favourite art ever with the Who markers, which will be in next month's video. But oh, I'm so excited to show people. I'm sure they'll be up on my Instagram before then. They'll probably be up in, I don't know, however long it takes me to edit the short. But I'm ending the month on a lot more of a happy and hopeful outlook, not just with my art, but with my mental health, my physical health, and just life in general. I definitely think the fact that it's starting to be sunny is part of that, but it's been great to see you in this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it if you've watched all the way to the end. I'm pretty sure there's a flip through of my art going on right now while I'm talking, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing the art I've made this month. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!